Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and we are finally driving it, the Mustang Mach-E. All right, so we're doing one pedal driving here. We can use the gas pedal. It actually freaks me out a little bit. Or just let go of the gas pedal and you'll get that braking. Now the brake pedal will still work in case that scares the crap out of you like it does me. You get the real big screen here. I think this is even bigger than the Tesla screens that I've used. And let's see how it is. See if it's worthy of the Mustang name. Now, I've owned quite a few Mustang GTs. Of course, they weren't electric. They had V8 engines. Oh, wow, this thing is quick. Now, this is a press day, so I'm probably the 100th person to drive this. So we still have 97 miles of range. This car is available in rear or all-wheel drive. Wow, the handling is really good. Wow. I still don't get used to that one-pedal driving kind of. It really slows the car down. So when I get off the gas here, it really feels like I'm braking pretty hard. But I like it. So far, first impressions are really good. It's got a 1-speed automatic transmission. Horsepower ranges depending on the model you're driving. There's a GT version coming out right now. Think of that as like a Mustang GT, the most powerful, sportiest variant of this car. Oh, I like the Mach-E a lot. Wow. I like it. It's electric. It was designed as an electric car from the beginning. So they were able to add the all-wheel drive. They were able to add the range. You do feel the weight like the Tesla. I wouldn't say it's a Mustang, but you know what? Mustang gets all the attention, right? If they called it a Ford electric, Model E, probably it wouldn't attract as much attention as calling it a Mustang Mach-E instead of Mach 1, Mach-E, right, for electric. But this car pulls. This would be a great daily driver. I see why Matt Farah got this as a daily driver. Now, of course, we're behind some traffic here. But this just shows it's very comfortable. I love the infotainment here. I love this screen. It always shows you the range, so you don't have to worry about it. So we have 35% left on the battery. Gives us our speed here. Tells us the speed limit of this road. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it on the highway. We'll turn around, come back on the highway, then we'll pull over and we'll look at the exterior and interior features, and then we'll drive down this mountain road coming back. So far, very impressive. The Mach-E is a cool car for sure. I love this color that it comes in. It's really a flashy color. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of the silver, black, and 40% of new cars being white. We just got to get around this little Chevy economy car here that needs to brake somehow going downhill. So I don't even need to touch the brake. See how much it slows down? It's almost as if I'm hitting the brake. So it's true one-pedal driving. We just went from about 45 down to about 30, and we would have went even lower if I stayed off the gas. Now we're going to go to a really bumpy entrance ramp to the highway, and this is really the test of every car's suspension. Some of the sports cars that I drove over today, it's very, very stiff. All right, so there's a dip here. Actually, it handled that pretty well. It looks bumpy, and it is, but compared to the other cars I've driven today, this has probably handled it one of the best. All right, so now I'm actually going to use the brake pedal. Yep, and it slows down just like a regular car. It was pouring all day, so now would be the time to take the sports cars. I took 8 other cars out in the pouring rain. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to see all those videos. Got a lot of new cars coming towards you. The more, let's accelerate here. Wow, really fast. Wow. The more subscribers I have, obviously, the better, better cars that I can review. All right. Handles pretty well for what it is. It's a heavier vehicle. You're really not buying it for the handling, but I can see why this would make a fantastic daily driver. All right, so we'll do a little more acceleration here. It's a fun car for sure. It's got all the safety features. It's got really good range. I think Ford's going to do really, really well with this car. All right, so we're going to come up here. We're going to turn around, go back on the highway on the other side here. Then we're going to pull off and we'll look at the exterior and interior of the car. All right, so we got a tight turn here. The exit is, believe it or not, from the left lane. So we're going to slow down, signal left, and then it's going to put us into oncoming traffic in the left lane, so that should be fun. All right, so it does make it really slow here, so you can almost do, now I'm actually hitting the brake pedal since this was a sharp turn, and you get essentially true one pedal driving. Let me adjust my driving position. All right, so we have some cars. We're going to just wait, and then we'll accelerate. It puts us right in the left lane, so I'll wait for a gap in traffic so we can go into the right lane. Well, here's a gap coming. All right, let's do it. And we'll get to accelerate now. Acceleration is pretty good. More than enough for your daily driver. Visibility is good out of this car. You can fit people in the back. You got good trunk space. Now, because it's a 1-speed, I almost feel like, you know, it needed to shift up there. Anytime you take your foot off the gas, it will slow down pretty quickly. And now we'll look at the exterior and the interior of the car. All right, guys, today we're reviewing the Mustang Mach-E, and this is quite a car. This car looks gorgeous in this beautiful red paint. I think it's one of the best SUVs out there, and best of all, it's electric, and as you saw, it was really fun to drive. So let's look over some of the features here. First of all, it's super practical. This to me is a daily driver. Should they call it a Mustang? Probably not, but right underneath here, you could open the trunk. It's huge. I can easily fit my hockey bag. Those seats fold down. So it's a 5-passenger, plenty of room because it's a hatchback, unless you had maybe furniture or something. This is not so high here, but hockey bag, skis, hockey sticks fit no problem. Back seat. Can I sit behind myself? Really cool how you open the door, just press the button. Let's see how it is now. It's sloped, so you do have to, I'm 6 feet tall, you do have to kind of bend down, oh God, to fit in here. But once you're back here, wow, this is a ton of room. You got your own air conditioning controls here, and you actually have a USB. Pretty cool. You get the big touchscreen here, even bigger than the Teslas, I believe. And you got this dual pane sunroof. So really cool interior, kind of like stadium seating. The back seat is definitely higher, so I have a commanding view here. I don't have that huge amount of headroom, being 6 feet tall. I would say maybe 6'2" is the max here. Maybe even 6'1", but very practical so far. So again, you could do your own combination here if you wanted to. We're just pressing the button. This is a press car. Nice interior, range of horsepower, range of performance on this. Now this battery is only have 33% left. So you have a low mode here, and you have your regular functions. For drive, we can go into reverse. Gives us a great reverse camera. We were parallel parking. We have that here as well. We have a lot of our HVAC controls here, defroster controls, heated seats. We can control the temperature from there as well. Parking brake, like every car, we'll put it in drive right now, is electronic, so it tells us the parking brake is on there. This car is 6,800 miles. It's a press car. Press down as if it was a manual parking brake. Here is the key. Looks like, you know, similar to a Ford key. You have the 2 cup holders. I just have my phone here charging, but it looks pretty cool. All right, so we're going to put it in drive mode now. We have the parking brake off. We'll go back on the highway where we just were, turn around at that same turnaround, and then we'll hit that mountain road one more time. I'm really impressed. I love it. Should it be called a Mustang? Probably not. But you know what? It gets everybody's attention because it's the Mustang Mach-E, right? Now this is a real bumpy road here, and it handles the bumps really well. So I can see, and there's a dip there, I can see that this is would make a really good daily driver. Very practical. If you could fit 5 people, you don't really have to make compromises for the trunk, as long as your friends or your kids aren't like 6'2" or taller, they can fit in the back seat, I think, no problem. All right, so we'll do a little acceleration on the highway here. There's a GT version coming out of this if you want even more performance. The one pedal driving, a lot of bumpy road. Now that's just not the Mustang here, that's the bumpy road. But we can accelerate again one more time. Good visibility, looking over my shoulder. We'll stay in this lane because the lane's gonna run out. Now you could do true one pedal driving here. Freaks me out a little bit, so I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm kind of old school. Looks like we're starting to get a sun shower. It poured all day today. All right, so we're gonna signal here. Now you can still use the brake pedal, so this is a very sharp turn. It's not gonna slow down. It'll slow down, but I don't know if it's gonna be quick enough. It actually is. Oh wow, so I didn't really have to use the brake to the end. I'm just used to using the brake pedal. Let me straighten out the camera here. All right, so we'll see if we can accelerate here. I think I can get in right after this car. Really good acceleration. Puts the power down, no problem. I like this car. I mean, it's not a sports car. It has nothing to do with Mustang. So take that Mustang name out of the equation. But if you could do that, I think you would really like this car. So kudos to Ford for making a great electric vehicle. Could it use some personality? Sure. Could it use some fake engine sound? Maybe. I mean, it's electric. But maybe some spaceship noises. But obviously it has really good range. It's designed as an electric car from the beginning, so we're not electrifying an existing chassis. It looks fantastic. Let me know what you think of the looks in the comments below. All right, so we're gonna go back on the mountain road. Let's hope that none of these cars take that, because that road has a pretty decent speed limit, but people drive 30 miles an hour because they've never seen a turn before, apparently. So we're gonna get off here at the exit. Again, good visibility. Our mirrors show us pretty much everything. There's really not many compromises with this car. And if you like the one pedal for sitting in bumper to bumper traffic, this could be your vehicle. All right, so nobody's here right now. We'll accelerate a little bit. All right, so we're gonna go through some turns here where we can test the handling. And you're not buying this car for the handling. All electric cars are heavy from the battery weight. You got a commanding seating position here. I love that everything is front and center with this screen. See how we do on the back roads here. We're gonna get into some S-turns. I don't like lifting off when I lift off how much it slows down, but you know, I'm just used to sports cars, I guess, so. All right, so here's the real test. Now, nobody who's buying this car is gonna take it on S-turns like this, I promise you. But I'm going to, because they're here. They're on our drive route today. Now, the bumps didn't upset the car, which was pretty cool. You have those mid-corner bumps there that can always cause a problem. And again, we don't have sticky sports car tires here, so we're really fighting the weight there and fighting the electronic control systems. We can put the power down when the road does straighten out. It does put the power down really well. I do feel, obviously, body roll. This is not where the car is going to be used every day. It's going to take your kids to soccer practice, maybe do long journeys for you. You're probably not worried so much about taking mountain passes. So we will brake here. We have a sweeping turn with the car at the end of it, of course. And now we can again put the power down. You know, not bad. I mean, for a daily driver and for what it is, a tall SUV, there's a Type S Acura behind us And I'll put this one to driving scale, but we're pulling away from him in the turn, so. It's wet and slippery out here, and it's not my car, so we have to drive it as if it's not my car. But I'm really impressed. Very few times do I drive a car and I think it's better, that it surprises me, that it's actually better than I thought it would be. And this is one of those times, so I really like the Mach-E.